I hear quite often that some people fear the transition from a work life to a retired life, crossing that bridge, as I like to say. Why could that be? There are many reasons, but firstly, it may relate to earlier experiences in life. I'm too old to remember the transition I made from primary school to high school, but I believe that move can be a move that's filled with some level of anxiety and fear, understandably so, as you move from the junior to the high school. But that's all in the past. So what about the move from a work life to a retired life? Why would people possibly fear that? I've got a few explanations. One, it could be fear of the outcome. After all, retired life looks like unknown territory. So how can you know what it will be like until you get there, as I like to say? You just won't. So that could be one fear. The other could be maybe a lingering fear from earlier parts of life, fear of failure. Well, what is there to fail, in fact? What can you fail at? I think of my Japanese, that is my acquisition of the Japanese language. Woeful. I've tried and failed many times. I'm still going. There you are. But I'm not any better. And the third could be a loss of control. Now that's interesting because it's not clear how to establish control in anything you do. But I think in retired life, it's quite simple. If you have a portfolio of activities and you seek to control them, that is the time you spend on them, the energy you expend on them, etc., you will have some level of control. So my three possible explanations for this fear of crossing the bridge from work life to retired life could come down to fear of an outcome in an unknown space, fear of failure, and as a retired person, and loss of control. So that's how I think of it. And please, I'd love you to get in touch with me and we can have a brief chat about your circumstances. Details can be found on the final slide of this video.